Hi everyone, welcome back to this wintry Sunday in December, and I'm really glad to be sitting with you again to speak and hear from Red Eagle. My name is Riz Mirza, and I'm a trance channel and medium here in Los Angeles, California. For the past decade at least, we've been holding our Circle of Light gathering here, which is a group channeling that happens every Tuesday night. And after a decade, it's probably been more than 1,000 channeling circles with thousands of people coming in through these doors and leaving with some new insights and perspectives on how to live a more powerful life. And this thing called trance channeling, or just take the word channeling. We change the channels on our TV. So what is that channel? That channel is a particular frequency. It is a way of catching these frequencies that are flying over our heads, right now, wherever you are. And hi to everybody out there as you're logging in. And to our friends in California who have been displaced or who are affected in any way, shape, or form by the wildfires that have been ravaging through this region. I hope that this next 15 or 20 minutes at least is a break wherever you are. Hopefully you're safe and have some moments to spend with us, maybe to bring you some peace or some energy at this time where you're doing a lot of thinking and soul searching and healing. So my best energy and wishes for everyone out there. So channeling, what is it? Well, if you speak to people who are in the metaphysical world, channeling is when a medium leaves their body and a spirit guide speaks through them. When a spirit guide speaks through you, it is an unconscious but conscious experience for the channeler, meaning that they are stepping out of their body. They're going into a different zone, and they're allowing this higher consciousness or intelligence to speak through them. Now, this concept or idea is not just limited to metaphysical studies or psychic work or spiritual work. Channeling is really when you're in the zone and you step out of the way. If we were really to bring some unity or oneness to this, it really is about you stepping out of the way and allowing flow to happen with intelligence and energy. And what happens is, because you are stepping out of the way and trusting, that information lands where it's supposed to land. And that could be if you're playing tennis. That could be if you are painting a picture, writing a song, singing a song, practicing yoga, doing your taxes, just talking to a friend. You step out of the way and something happens. There is that moment that something happens. People call it being in the zone. So the zone is, in one simple word for me, it is flow. And if I were to add a couple of more words, because I can't just put it into one word, I would add precision. I would add trust. I would add coming to a place of inner peace. So you all do it in whatever task that you do where you step out of the way, you are channeling it. It's not just a term that's used here in spiritual circles. So, like I was saying earlier, when you have this channel on your television, right now, wherever you are, there are frequencies flying over your head. Radio frequencies, television frequencies. And if you have the right instrument, right, a wireless connection or a television with an antenna, remember those days? You can pick up these frequencies. You have a radio, you pick up those frequencies. Now, there are thousands upon thousands of frequencies flying in through the air. But if you grab one of them, right, you tune your dial to something, then that radio station is going to play. I see spirit guides that way. There are probably countless energies of intelligence around us. In some cultures, they're called angels. In some cultures, they're called the protectors. And I like to call them spirit guides because they help guide my spirit, simply put. So these non-physical, right, they're non-physical in a sense. We can't really see them. So they're non-physical frequencies, and then we are tuning ourselves to that and allowing that flow to happen. And so to me, the spirit guides were on these different frequencies, and I've channeled hundreds of them over the years. Some of the spirit guides have names that you would know. I've channeled composers and authors and people from history, but some of them you may not know. And you all have spirit guides, whether you know their names or you don't, or you just feel it as an energy around you. I always suggest to people, it's better probably to believe in that so that you're guided by something else other than black and white. You are paying more attention to this thing called intuition or spirit. So I welcome you tonight. We're going to start in just a few minutes, and we are going to speak to Red Eagle. I get to leave my body for a little while, and you get to hear from him. And tonight's topic, what he's downloaded to me, is going to be about self-mastery. So a few words before I begin. It would be great that wherever you are, and whatever time it is, that you really get comfortable and you allow yourself to be in a state where you can receive information, where you kind of tune out the other stuff, and just for the next 15, 20 minutes, you tune in over here. Because when you do that, when you come to this place of stillness and you can receive the information, to me, it doesn't matter if even people believe in spirit guides, and I've been doing this for half my life, talking about this with people. I listen to messages. If it rings, something stirs in me, even if it's from a fortune cookie, or someone yells it in a passing car, or it's written on the ground wherever I'm walking, whatever city I'm in. I just let myself be guided. So allow yourself to hear the words. And when we do a little meditation, we're going to just a little brief meditation. It doesn't matter that we're on the internet. We can connect. You can make it personal for you. So let it just be that I'm just speaking to you wherever it is that you are. And if you can feel that energy that I'm sending to you, even better. All right, so we're going to sit back a little bit. I hope you like the Christmas tree back there. I have to make the most of it. It's December. Otherwise, in a month, I don't get to have this behind me. All right. So much love to all my friends out there who've been to the Circle. And if you haven't been to the Circle of Light before, every Tuesday here in Malibu, 7:30 p.m. If we aren't friends on Facebook, just friend me. And information on how to get in contact with me, just private message me on Facebook, or find me on the internet under rizmirza.com for readings and coaching and all that other kind of good stuff. All right, so let's slow it down. For those of you who've been to the Circle, you know exactly what to do. And for those of you who've never seen anything like this before, take a deep breath. Here we go. So we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. At this point, just close your eyes. You don't need to look at the camera for the next, the screen. I'm looking at the camera. You don't need to look at the screen for the next 30 seconds, okay? So let's count down from 3, and then I'm going to close my eyes, and you're going to close your eyes too, okay? And then after the meditation, just open your eyes. 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, relax your shoulders and take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose and make it count. Hold it at the top and do a, as your shoulders are dropped and you're tuning into my voice, allow your mind to clear and imagine a big, beautiful light around your heart and around the space between your eyebrows, your third eye. And we just say, Great Spirit, source of all, thank you for this opportunity. Help us to connect. Thank you. So I feel Red Eagle around. In just a few moments, he'll be here. Now he'll say hello, and I'm going to say goodbye now. You guys can relax. Hello, I'm Red Eagle. Many people want to know what is self-mastery. If you manage to master a skill, you manage to run the marathon, you manage to figure out mathematics, you manage all these different tasks that revolve around your brain. The ability to compute, to record information, to process it, to call upon it when you need. These are some forms of mastery. But what is mastery of the self? You practice many different modalities. What is that? That just means fancy word for a way. What is the way? For some it is the yoga. They do it with the body. The body allows them to stretch their muscles, then they perhaps stretch their spirit, they breathe into it. So what is the moment that you breathe into. Perhaps self-mastery, if you want to talk about what is the greatest self-mastery, it is the ability to go from one emotion that feels negative into a much more powerful emotion that feels positive, joyous, peaceful, blissed, centered. That would be mastery. You see, babies doing it. Yup. In many ways, infants, they are the most enlightened beings. They learn how to walk and talk. They are flexible in their body, their mind, their spirit. They can learn how to talk in one language to one parent and another language to another. When they try to walk and they fall, they don't get frustrated. And even if there's a sense of frustration, they do not stop trying. Because all they need to do is to see others walking around. And it is the natural, innate energy in that infant to know they can walk also. How do they learn to talk? They are observant. They are sensitive. Many of you listening, you know your sensitivity. Sometimes you feel it is better to shut off your emotions, to become more callous, because you cannot trust these people. You cannot trust them on any level. So you're searching for where you can feel safe. Perhaps safety is a decision that you make. Perhaps you have to decide that you are safe no matter where you are. What would that take? Because you have very set rules about what is a safe environment. Have you found one yet? Not even your internet feels safe, huh? People putting their abilities, their hearts, their opinions out on internet, and you'll get all the people, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like their face. So you're beginning to see the kind of judgment that is out there. And you begin to see how hard people have become. And so it becomes a fight just to be yourself. A fight just to be yourself, huh? Did you ever think that that is what you would be fighting for or about? And then the ones who are being themselves, sometimes you can see the fight in them. And then you turned off again. They are just trying to prove a point. At least they have a point. You have a point? What's your point? What's your point? How long you think you have? Your physical life, in the concept of linear time, is short. Your existence is eternal. When you master how to shift your emotions, how to find peace, perhaps that will be enlightenment. When you want to make your body stronger, when you want to make your lung capacity more, you have to exercise, yeah? You have to push it beyond the limit. When you want to be well, when they want to test you to see how well you are, you go to maybe the doctor, they make you run on the treadmill, they test your heart rate, all these things. Then they make you do it again and again and again. Faster, slower, faster, slow down again. What are they doing? They're trying to see how long it takes you to go very, very fast, get your heart beating very fast, then how quickly you can return to center. The faster you are able to do that, the more fit you are. What about with your emotions? The faster you return to center from spinning out emotionally, back to center, the more, of course, enlightened you are. What about the new center? Forget about the resting heart rate. In physical terms, they have a resting heart rate. That is, right now, you're sitting there at home, you have a resting heart rate. It is not the same way your heart beats when you're running down the street. When you're under stress, you're putting a kind of energy into the body. You're expending energy. The more you do it, your resting heart rate go a little lower. That means it's better. You're more still. So what that have to do with your life today or tomorrow? There are probably several things today that made your heart race a little bit, little triggers. Somebody did not do what you wanted. Somebody did not say it to you the way you needed it to be said or wanted it to be said. You know, that is one of the biggest problems. Nobody doing what you want. Nobody saying it to you in just the right way. You have this technology that you're using right now. When you want to improve technology, you have your phones always to upgrade the phone, yeah? Upgrade the phone. What happens you upgrade the phone? What do you get when you upgrade? When they come out with new piece of technology, what are the factors that make it better? Let us go over them. Because that is about mastery. First, the technology probably has to be lighter in weight. That means not so heavy that you have to lug it around. Watch these metaphors because they're connected to your spirit. So to be lighter, you get the phone, oh wow, it's much lighter. But it cannot be lighter without being stronger, then you will think it is weak. You will not want that phone. It must be lighter and stronger. Lighter means not burdened with heavy emotions from the past, still mulling it over, as if something new going to happen. It will happen new if you change the belief about it. Yeah, you can change the past. Who told you you cannot change the past? When you change the way you look at it, you think, I have not been the same since they broke my heart. They broke it open, if you say so. If you say so. Not we say so, or they say so, you say so. You say to yourself, my heart was broken open. Maybe you will start to believe it. So back to the technology. We're talking about inner technology. Or yeah, maybe you change the name to inner technology, not self-mastery. Yeah, here right there. Self-mastery, ridiculous. I can read also.
Inner technology.
Yep. What is the inner technology? So lighter, stronger. You buy a new camera, oh, it has better camera. Buy a new phone, has better camera. Wait, what is better in the camera? Better resolution, sharper picture, more color, saturated color. The way you used to see color when you were just a baby. How do you see more color in your life? Is it by shutting yourself off or being even more sensitive than you are now? What is the risk? What is the risk of being more sensitive? It is where you focus your sensitivity. There are those, and perhaps you are one of them, who have even found peace and some sort of God experience, magical God experience, even when somebody passes away. Even through their pain, they know something else is happening here. So what else is happening here? What else is happening here to you? So the camera better because you have more sensitivity. That is how it gets better. They find the technology to do that. Oh, what about the battery? If the battery lasts longer, you also want it. So how do you get your battery to last longer? What is the fuel source? What is the technology? If your fuel source is anger, meaning you're mad, it has some energy, that is for sure. You're angry about the way your body is, you will get up, you will go do something about it. You're sad about it, you're probably not going to move. Sadness not have too much energy. Inspiration, that different, but you have to keep yourself inspired. Fear, if that leads you to something, If the fear leads you to sadness, you're stuck. If it leads you to some anger and you move some energy, good. We're talking about positive expression. So you're doing your best. Are you? What standards you have on yourself? How do you even get to self-mastery? What will prove it to you? Suddenly you will be happier. How? Your reality is only one, and that is how you feel. That is the only reality that you will ever know. Because you can be sad at the celebration, and you can be not so sad at the funeral. Your inner reality, your inner technology, you must upgrade it. Do it cost more? With your phones, it seems to cost more. That is the only difference here. With spiritual upgrade, it not cost you more. Because it is logic. You have goals set for a reason. When you are enslaved by these goals, that is when you are a slave. When you go to logic, that to be yourself is the only logic, you will not have fear, because the satisfaction you will feel from being yourself again and again. Oh yeah, it is not one time, it is every time. It is every time. It becomes how you are working. It is not self-obsession, it is self-awareness. You know, no matter what your parents have told you, the universe does revolve around you. Think about it. Wherever you go, the world revolving around you. Because it is how you are perceiving it. Everywhere you go. Does not matter how many times you think you are snapped out of it and you are caring about others. Of course you care about others, but everything you do is for you. You build a big company, spend the money the way you want. You go to build homes for the poor who are starving. That is your choice. But make it your truth. Understand that you are doing it for you, to give you a feeling. Of course it is to give them a feeling. You want to give them shelter, you want to do a good thing. But if it does not give you a feeling, what is the point? You want somebody to give you a gift who does not mean it? So this is a good time, wherever you are, to decide for yourself whether your emotions are a choice and who is in charge of them. You would have to figure out for yourself. Maybe we will help you too. In coming weeks, I will come talk to you. You will have to decide where do your emotions even come from. That we're going to talk about next time. So, I leave you with this. Decide that you are love. What does that mean? That maybe you don't need to try to get it. You have always known what love is because that is what you are. When that becomes the basis of how you think and how you make decisions and how you move forward in every instance, every instance, become very aware of how you move your body, how you're sitting, so that you surrender, because there's been many years of a pattern. And to break out of a pattern, you have to make strong moves inside of yourself. When you know that you are love, and you will, because you will choose to. And when you know that everybody else is love too, oh, your world will change. You say, I cannot see everyone as love. Seeing everyone as love does not mean that whatever they do, you don't, even if it is something that hurts you, you think, oh, that is not love. Clearly they are not love. They are doing this, they're not love. Our meaning to you is that your world And everything that happens around you is for you, not against you. You want proof? We have no proof. You have proof of something that everyone will accept. Has not been a person yet on the planet. Has not been a person yet on the planet. So you will have to make your own proof, and you will have to run it through your system to see if changing a belief about what creates your world means anything to you. Maybe you like to be mad. Maybe you like to judge, makes you feel better. You know it does not in the long run. It is just protection. And that is because you're innocent at your core. But you don't have any more time, in a sense, to keep protecting yourself, because the world wants to see your gifts. And more than that, you are happiest when you are showing your gifts, developing your gifts. So have peace with yourself. Learn what is self-mastery. Remember that everything is for you, not against you. No matter what it is, find why it is happening. Always know that it's for something that has to do with your evolution and your mastery. And the master inside of you will awaken. Bless you, and be well. Thank you for being here. Be well, and I'll see you next week.